way. Whoa.
Big box.
It's a big box. I hate these big boxes because they're specifically
I hate a big
boxes
box.
for shipping. I know you hate big box. No one complains about you though.
No, they don't.
G'day guys, it's Ben.
And Jake.
From Hunt the Knife. Now, Jake, there's something new.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 weeks ago, we sat in, we talked about the Alpex Light,
Yeah.
4K, which is an unreal little air rifle type scope from Hik Micro, cut down version of the big 50 4K, and then Pard gave us this. Now, we knew this was coming. Pard had been developing this one for a little bit. There's actually two models of this scope coming, but
EX.
we'll get the EX, which we'll talk about another time because we don't have one. What's this one?
4K Pro.
This is the Night Stalker 4K Pro, and it looks a lot different to the original.
It's
4K.
cool.
It's super cool.
I only saw this on Monday. Because
Which is 2 days ago. In
2 days
in
ago,
terms of
yes.
reference of
we got them on Friday,
Yeah, you were
correct?
away,
I was away.
yeah. You were quite happy with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to roll some footage. We took this out last night on one of our contract shoots.
You guys owe us sleep.
Yeah, I know.
We were out till midnight last night,
Oh,
working,
yeah.
shooting, testing these products for you guys.
Well, and let's talk about that, okay? Because, I mean, you and I were both professional shooters.
Yes.
Okay, so it's easy to grab something off the shelf,
100%.
say a thermal, stick it on a 204 and go and shoot foxes, and
Yeah.
that's all you do. Okay, in the same environment, in a paddock situation, shooting the same caliber,
Yeah.
a lot of people do that. Okay,
Yeah.
and a lot of people base their advice off just doing that. Okay,
100%.
You and I, we do rabbit control, we do rats, we do deer harvesting,
long range fox work.
like we indoor shooting, air rifles, all the way through to big calibers, and you know as well. So we are out there testing all this stuff in a variety because it's the environment we take us to.
And it's the biggest thing, like everyone, calls asking for advice, it's the best thing because at the end of the day, we're not like just an internet shop. We actually go in the field and we work our asses off
All
to
the
test
sheds.
this stuff. Yeah.
All the sheds, all the, wherever.
We're
our
literally
contract-
walking through God knows last night.
It was not pretty, but anyway.
But I mean, like,
But it's an important thing what we do, right?
Yeah.
Because we're last night we're running air rifles as low as 750 feet per second, all the way up to about 950 feet per
950,
second.
yeah.
Because some of the work we're doing is shooting pigeons.
Yeah.
We got air rifles that run at 1,000 feet per second, run at 36 grain projectiles, and then we've also got every caliber up to. I mean, I kind of top out at 30-06, 7mm away, 7mm rim, 7mm PRC. Sorry. Is kind of where I top out. I don't really need anything bigger than that. But that's what we do. We test it because we are
100%.
actually professional shooters. So when we're talking about this, we're talking about this because we've been using it.
yes,
And there's a couple of things I really like
not
about
using
this.
it. We've tested it.
We've tested it. Okay. Couple of things I really like about this. There's a few things I still wish they'd done, which they haven't done.
Hit me.
Okay. First thing I love is the screen. Okay. Same screen they've been using since the DS35. It's an 800 by 800. It doesn't sound like a high resolution screen. But fair dinkum, the image
It's
quality you
unreal.
get out of this, it is perfectly round. The eye relief is like nothing else in a digital scope.
But the Pard
except
series have had a
175.
great run with eye relief, haven't they?
Correct.
They've had
Since
a really
they introduced the
good
DS35,
reputation.
they've had that same kind of eye relief. Okay,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. I don't use a rubber cap on this at all. You don't need it because the screen is just amazing to look at. The other thing that they've done with this that I love,
It's probably the biggest thing.
side focus.
Yeah.
This is so freaking cool.
It is.
Just about to hang on to the side of your rifle on the tripod.
So
and just
no more of
manipulate.
twisting the front.
No more reaching forward and trying to twist the front. I was tweaking this all night without, and it was just part of my
Just sitting
shooting.
there, yeah.
Because I'm shooting from a tripod, off my air rifle.
Comfy.
I have my finger on my trigger, and basically I'm just directing it and changing it.
Yeah.
It was so fast for acquisition. Okay. This is different too.
It's
Now,
cool.
let's open up this box because in this box, this is how the unit comes.
I haven't even seen it.
I know you haven't seen it because you don't even know how it comes there because you were here.
Yeah.
But you have to be sick, okay? You get two parts.
There's another one in there.
Well, there's one in here because I wanted to show this, okay? The unit comes.
Wait, what's in this box you took out?
So in that box is this module here. So that is an 850 IR and laser rangefinder module. Okay, so what you can actually do is get a 940 module for that, and it's just 4 screws here, and it's magnetic, and then 4 screws back on to hold it in position. But you can interchange it.
Can you run it naked like that?
And you can run it naked like this.
Oh, cool.
So you can run an external torch if you wanted to, okay? But it comes like this, you're paying for that because it comes with it, right? It's unreal, it's modular. This just comes off and on and off. It is absolutely fantastic. Now, the IR, this is the 850.
Correct.
I was looking at cows the other night at 680 metres, and they were cows.
I shot this one.
It is pretty cool. You do have to align the IR splash.
Is that hard?
No, it's simple as. What you do is you go into the menu system.
good.
Yep.
And I can't record the menu system, but I'll record it via the phone because you can't while you're recording. That's one of the things I wish they changed. You go into the menu system and you do the IR alignment thing, and it just throws the splash on automatically. X and Y, move the box to where the IR light is flashing. Done. It's not complicated at all.
No.
It's still got that awesome part zeroing, where as soon as you start moving the X and Y, it freezes automatically. I love that. I wish every scope did that. You know, it's just the
There's nothing
best.
worse when you're trying to freeze it and you've got to click a button and then you move your crosshairs off a little bit. Oh,
Yeah.
nothing worse.
This here on this section here controls your flood and your spot. Now it is a laser based IR, so it's not LED based. So you do get the 5 watts of power, and it's quite bright, as well. 18650, single 18650 battery through the side.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you probably get 2.5-3 hours out of it, depending on how much you're running the IR and the laser rangefinder. So make sure you stack plenty of them.
Internal?
No, external only.
Oh, there you go.
So the EX that's coming has a few changes. The EX has got an internal and an external battery, and they've redesigned the back here to be a bit more like the old Stella version 1 type.
Correct,
thing. I don't know how well I'm going to like that because I didn't like the Stella buttons. But
just back onto this quickly.
Yep.
Do you still have the ability to dim the brightness down?
yes,
Yeah,
so
cool.
that's still controlled in here. So you can
Awesome.
set. There's a few actually things I put in here which are pretty cool. One, you get 3 levels of intensity for this brightness. But you've also got digital exposure compensation.
Yes,
so
you were talking about that
you can
before.
go under or over in terms of your digital exposure compensation. It does make it pretty grainy-ish because I was playing around with it last night in one of the sheds where I didn't want to use too much IR, but I wanted to have a bit more light, so I upped the exposure. But you'd expect that because you see that in digital photography as well if you're digitally changing that exposure. Ballistic rangefinder recording. But it still does the recording. I mean, this is the only thing I wish they'd change. In order to record, you've still got to put a freaking SD card in here to record to, and then you've got to take that SD card out, hook it up to a computer to download everything.
That being said, it could be handy if you had an SD card reader for your phone. Take it out, put it straight in. Does it read?
Well, it does
read
read the phone, so, but it's still a pain.
Yeah.
Like, I wish you could just, the part app sucks. We don't talk about what I find apart because the part app isn't great. So it's not. I wish they just fix that because that's a big hole in the product. But when you're talking about this is a very, very competitive in terms of its image quality, usability, and everything else. And you're talking about a sub $1,600.
Yeah, they've done a lot since the Night Stalker. This is cracker.
This is unreal, man. Super happy with it.
Now I've also heard that little birdie tells me that if you actually open the lens cap, you can see better.
Well, the testament to how well this thing runs. So during the day, I often have this lens cap closed to minimise the amount of light, and it gives you infinite focus.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about focus. And then last night when we were shooting, I'm like, it's a little bit grainy. It's not too bad, but it's a little bit grainy. And then I opened up the lens cap and had a whole different experience. So yes, that is true. It is, but this is super nice. But even texturally, this has all changed. It's very, very lovely over the old Starship Enterprise version.
What else comes in the box?
Okay, we get a single battery.
Still on the 1 battery.
Still get the 1 battery, no charger. The screw-in eyepiece, which I've never taken out, and these you can just throw away. This is just a shitty pair of rings.
New rings.
Yeah.
So it just still comes with the generic stuff.
Yeah, still comes with the
Cable,
generic-
set of rings, 1 battery, no charger.
One battery, no charger,
Yeah.
and a set of high shitty rings. Which honestly,
They'll be fine on a rimfire, stuff like that.
On a rimfire, stuff
But-
like that. They're just a bit high for my liking. But you can't send out low rings with it because the low rings won't work on everyone's thing. Now I'm gonna put this back together. But yeah, super happy
Weight
with
wise,
it.
it's actually not too bad.
No,
eh?
weight wise, it's not too bad either. But the Pard Night Stalker series, and or their Tube Night Vision Scope series, I should say, has never been that heavy either. Now we have another product coming from Pard, just not the EX. We've actually got the other product. I haven't tested it. It's the new 007 SP 4K LRF. So the SP 007, for those who don't know, is the rear attachment night vision, which works.
I had an SP007. No, I had an MV007S.
Yeah, the
We're
old-
going way back.
Yeah, we're going way back.
Way back.
And they're the rear attachment ones. So
I actually
now in 4K.
want to have a look through one of them.
I've always, I'm a bit of a snob sometimes, and I've always gone, why would you want to do that? But man, we've got so many people are happy with them.
Well, the massive pros of it are, one, you don't need to do any zeroing.
No, you just clip it
You
on.
just clip it on and
Yeah.
shoot. So you can clip it on any gun, and
Yeah.
that's like thermal clip-ons. You have to zero them, and it's affordable.
Yeah. And the only downside is narrow field of view.
Yeah.
And you've got a parallax adjustment on your
Yep.
scope, right? But apart from that, people are happy with
Yeah,
it.
we need to actually have a look through one.
You can do that.
Oh, we'll.
No, I'm kidding. No, we will. But we'll set one up on yours. Yours. No, I won't be
We'll
a
put it
snob.
behind the Leica.
I won't be. Actually, that would work well on my Leica. That's about it. Available now at hunterknife.com.au.
Yeah. What do we like for stock?
Yeah, we've got plenty at the moment.
Got plenty. Good.
I mean, we haven't really done anything with them, but we've got stock in.
Yeah.
We weren't really expecting them. There's nothing on YouTube.
No,
about
I
this
never heard of
at all.
nothing. And then when
we're
when Nico told me on Sunday, he's like, "Yeah, new party." I'm like,
party. I'm like, yeah. But I'm super impressed. I love this. This is so nice.
Nah, nothing beats that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's the side focus.
Nothing beats
The
it.
side focus is
This is as close.
Unreal.
This is as close as you would get physically and user friendly to a normal rifle scope because it's got side focus.
because it's got side focus.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's our first look at the Night Stalker 4K Pro. I hope you like the footage. We've been rolling with it. It absolutely stank last night where we were. But that's the joys of the job. We don't get to choose them. We just get to build them.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Anyway, guys, enjoy it, and we will see you again soon.
See you soon.
Cheers.